Welcome everyone back to the Frank for Famous channel. Today we're going to be talking about some serious topics. We're not really going to discuss this Leicester City defeat. We all know this is a shambolic display by our players, and we do have to give fault to the coaching as well. But I want to look into the future, which game is going to be coming up soon, which we're going to be playing against Luton Town in the FA Cup. Let's discuss this. And let's also discuss Frank Lampard's strange but aggressive press conference. Also, you guys, please don't forget to like. It also helps my channel, you guys, as well. Don't forget to subscribe. I can continue bringing you information going around Chelsea Football Club. Let's get it. Jeez, you guys. So let's talk about this press conference, because we all know the reporters were going to be pressing Frank Lampard, as we know he's coming under immense pressure because of the results and because of people continuously saying how he doesn't have enough experience. He doesn't have anyone in his back room that's able to guide him. He doesn't have a plan B. So as a football player, Frank Lampard is aware of all of these sayings that are going around him, but he keeps himself generally level-headed. But we saw Frank Lampard get very aggressive with the reporters. It's like going out and continuously being asked the same question non-stop and it to be flooding around you. What do you expect is going to happen? They're going to explode. Explosion is going to take part as you continue to press these different buttons. I will say Frank Lampard tried his best to be very professional, which I'll say he was professional in general, but he did go at them to put them in their place. He was asked a question about managers he's hearing around him. Of course, we're hearing Tuchel. We're hearing names of Nagelsmann. I mean, all flooding around him as replacements because of the results. And the reporters expected for Frank Lampard to say, well, these coaches are better than me, so I can understand. Bullock. You're never going to hear that from him. He understands reporters. He's been consistently interviewed throughout his career. Do you think him as a coach is going to downgrade himself to say that he's not prepared for this moment? He would have never took this opportunity if he didn't feel like he could become something in the club. So we can see that Frank Lampard was very aggressive with his response and told him, I don't pay attention to all that nonsense that goes on in social media. That's your guys' job, reporters. That's your job. That's our job to see what's going on in the media. So he is staying focused to the task at hand. Man, to see him really this aggressive, honestly, I felt the pressure, but at the same time, I really felt like Frank Lampard is going to make the best out of what's going on right now. We understand not all great players can be good coaches. It has happened. Look at Michael Jordan. It doesn't mean because you're great you can coach. It doesn't mean that those two things come in hand. Sometimes it doesn't work, but we have to understand right now at the moment what they're doing for Frank Lampard is they're seeing that instead of rushing him out and trying to put a band-aid to fix the problem, they're giving him an opportunity, which we have to give faith to him at the moment, because we know he's really dealing with a new team, and that's something that needs to be understood, and that's something that we need to try and have as fans, the patience. And yet again, we don't want to look at Frank Lampard as, okay, he's a legend, so that's why we're giving him A, B, and C. No, we want to look at it as like, where were we at when Frank Lampard took us? And where are we at now? Where can we go? There's these tough periods that are happening right now. Man City has gone through it. Liverpool has gone through it. Arsenal is going through it. So these are periods of time that happens. But we need to understand that we have the type of players, the backroom staff who are going to be able to get the best out of these players. Give as much faith as we can as possible. If the results continue to go down, we know what's going to happen and we know where the exit door is going to be. But at the same time, let's have faith, you guys. So we see Frank Lampard has really started talking about what he is expecting from the team. And the biggest thing he's expecting from the team is for them to be running. That isn't something that should even be expected. It's part of the sport. You're going to be running. It's a 90-minute sport up and down the field. The conditioning has to be on point. He's really pinpointing why we're not seeing a lot of these players running, because we're seeing when we're pressing, we're not pressing together as teams. He's seeing that when teams are playing out from the back, they're easily able to get through play down the middle and execute on our halves. So Frank Lampard wants to see what players are going to come out there and give the energy they need on both ends of the field. We're not going to win games if we're not giving energy on both ends of the field. Regardless of how many times we try to score and put goals in the back of the net, if we're not scoring and we're becoming a liability, we're getting a goal scored on us and we're not capitalizing, we're seeing that we're not taking both ends of the field and putting 100% towards it. And that is something I am really happy that Frank Lampard pointed out, because the players need to really understand. If when you're playing for this club, you're going to have to give your all 90 minutes, day in, day out for this club. We have a lot of players who have come in and who have fought for this badge. And we need to see that the same level and expectations from these players that are coming in. Because we know we did the research and we believe in these players quality-wise. We know that it's going to take time for them to adapt. That's understandable. But at the same time, energy is something that you bring from the heart. That can't be taught to you, and that can't come through time. That is something that has to be the willingness for them to do. So Frank Lampard, thank you for bringing this up in the press conference. It's very important, and I'm hoping your players are listening right now. All right. We're going to be playing against Luton Town, which right now they're in 13th place in the league. It's a championship team. What I'm expecting from Chelsea in this match, the first name sheet that I'm expecting to come on the field is going to be Olivier Giroud. The reason being why is because we have the opportunity, because their defenders are a bit physical. We're going to give Giroud the opportunity to really take a hold of this game. It's because he loves the physical battles. What the hell? He loves the physical battles. This is going to give him an opportunity to get some goals, get back on the score sheet. I think during this period, I love Tammy Abraham, and I know he hasn't been getting enough game time. I know I'm going off topic, and I know he hasn't been getting enough game time, so we're not seeing the Tammy Abraham of old, which is understandable. This is very competitive right now, and this is what he needs. This is going to be a time period that's going to show him where he's at and where he needs to go. But I think right now with Giroud, we're going to need his level of expertise, need his leadership. We're going to need his time he spent in the Premier League to shine right now, you guys, because we're in a moment right now where we're lacking leadership. We're lacking someone who's going to come in and be decisive. Mason Mount has been doing a great job, but we're putting a lot on the shoulders of a young player to come in and game out, which I believe he can do it over time. But right now, we need the players who have done this before to come in, step up, and take a hold of these games. We have to go up. We can't go down from here, you guys. The pressure has been on, and it's getting extremely harder. I want to be able to watch a football match and not feel like we're going to score and then they're going to score on us. I want us to take a hold of the games and put up the numbers as quickly as possible. We have the players to do it. The willingness needs to show. This game right here should be a no mercy game. I want to see Billy Gilmore come into the middle because I love the fact of the energy he displays to get around the pitch. We're not going to be playing with N'Golo Kante as he's going to be resting for another game. But this should be the best opportunity to see a midfield who can really dictate play and keep the speed going, keep the pressure going. So I hope Billy Gilmore gets an opportunity to get some game time in this game. If Callum Hudson-Odoi yet again is going to be playing in this game, continue to show us why you should be starting. Do not take your foot off the gas pedal. You had an opportunity. You didn't start one of the games and you came off the bench. So you have everything you need to cement yourself in the place, but we have to see it continuously. Also, what I want to do right now, you guys, is I know Tomori right now has signed with AC Milan. I want to congratulate him for that. I know it's been rough for him to be sitting on the bench and not getting game time, and I'm glad Chelsea gave him the opportunity to go out and especially to play in Italy, to play against scrimmaging, practicing against Zlatan Ibrahimovic. This is going to be a great opportunity for him to grow, to play against a veteran player who has done it all across the world, and also playing in the league that's very tactical. So big ups to Tomori. Kurt Zouma has gone out on loan as well, and came back after Everton, and we can see, even though he had that injury, we can see how much developed he has become, and I believe we can see that also coming in from Tomori over time. So yet again, big up to you, and go ahead and show AC Milan what you're about. It was a quick preview of the Luton Town game, what we're supposed to be, what I'm expecting. Viewers, let me know what you're expecting, because this is an opportunity, and I know we continuously say this, we need to win this, we need to win this, but this is what we expect from the club, for us to be winning things. This is an opportunity for us to get a win, get on a good run of form from now, as we have some good games that we can really compete in, and we can take the pressure off of ourselves, because we have these players who are ready and willing to show us what they can do in their display. We just need the effort to be top notch. I'm looking for an A+ effort, you guys. A+ effort in this Luton Town game. So don't forget, you guys, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about what we discussed today. What are your plans for the next 3 games? Do you guys see any scoreline that we should be expecting? And N'Golo Kante coming back. Hopefully he's going to be healthy, as we're going to need him throughout the season. But I want to be excited, you guys. I don't want to come in and give my thoughts and be negative. I love this club, and I know what this club is about. And I know we're still in the developing times, but we have players who can take games by the scruff, and I believe in them. So I want to come in giving you guys positive thoughts of what I'm seeing in our display, and let's get back up the ladder. Top 4 is there. I don't want to be blinded by anything. I know we can get there. We did it last year. It's going to be a tough season, but I'm with it. Come on, Blues!